Right now, across the globe, there is an aggressive push to integrate modern digital technology into our educational systems. Yet despite billions spent on tablets and software, the transformation frequently hits a wall right at the classroom door. The devices arrive, but the instructional methods remain static. When investigating this failure, administrators often point to a convenient scapegoat, the teachers themselves, assuming they refuse to adapt. A 2026 study by researcher Kanyana Potevichayanand tested this exact assumption by examining the bottleneck within the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration school system. This massive educational network encompasses over 400 schools and 260,000 students, making it an ideal testing ground for tracking institutional efficiency. Potevichayanand's analysis shifts the focus away from individual resistance, pointing instead toward a recurring breakdown in how institutional systems manage professional development. The study utilized a mixed methods approach to expose this failure, cross-referencing quantitative survey data from 192 teachers with qualitative, in-depth interviews from 9 school administrators. Surveying teachers on a 5-point scale, self-reported IT knowledge scores 3.79 and ability hits 3.83. The standout metric is enthusiasm, a positive attitude scoring 4.25. However, administrative interviews contradict this optimism, revealing actual integration is paralyzed by institutional bottlenecks. Interviews expose severe age-related skill gaps, unstable internet infrastructure, and severely overstretched school budgets. Highly motivated educators are failing to integrate tech because broad, standardized training programs completely ignore these localized baseline realities. To bypass these bottlenecks, Potevichayanand proposes a sustainable IT management model built on 4 specific pillars, designed entirely around the needs of adult educators. The first phase eliminates generic seminars, replacing them with mandatory pre-training assessments. Before a single dollar of the professional development budget is spent, schools must audit the exact technical capabilities of every individual educator. Course designers then map the curriculum directly to those identified proficiency levels, creating entirely separate training pathways to accommodate both digital natives and absolute novices. Forcing an older veteran teacher and a young tech-savvy recruit into the exact same introductory seminar guarantees disengagement. Training that does not align with a teacher's baseline skill level actively suppresses their willingness to learn. Pre-assessment ensures the coursework is relevant, providing a precise foundation for the subsequent phases of the model. Once the baseline is established, the model shifts into afterwarning through hands-on workshops. Passive, theoretical lectures about software yield low retention rates. Adult learners require tactile environments where they execute tasks and solve problems in real time. The study explicitly warns against infrastructure deficits here. These workshops require adequate, up-to-date hardware for every single participant in the room. If an educator trains on modern systems but returns to a classroom relying on obsolete technology, that newly acquired skill degrades immediately. The training investment is voided. This hardware dependency directly connects to the severe budgetary constraints cited by the Bangkok administrators during their interviews. Pedagogical ambition is strictly capped by the quality of the hardware. You cannot teach 21st century digital fluency on 20th century infrastructure. But hardware alone does not sustain new habits. The third pillar introduces the human element, dedicated peer mentorship. The qualitative data exposed a sharp disparity in digital fluency between younger staff and older veteran teachers. Relying solely on a central IT department to bridge this gap fails. They're chronically understaffed and equipped to fix servers, not to provide instructional design support during a live lesson. The solution is formalized peer mentoring. Schools must officially pair highly skilled internal teachers to coach colleagues who require ongoing technical support. This creates a localized support network that bypasses the friction and intimidation of submitting formal IT tickets, delivering immediate help that is directly relevant to classroom teaching. True technological fluency requires continuous peer-to-peer coaching long after the annual seminar concludes. The architecture is completed by closing the loop with concrete post-evaluation. Administrators in the study admitted to a massive systemic blind spot, the total absence of post-training tracking or evaluation. Institutions must implement robust follow-up systems to measure if these newly acquired IT skills are actually transferring into daily classroom instruction. Without a rigorous evaluation loop to verify pedagogical impact, schools are blindly funding technology initiatives without any verifiable return on investment. Viewing the completed model, the operational relationship between these four pillars becomes clear. Pre-assessment guarantees relevance, hands-on workshops build the necessary competence, internal mentorship ensures skill retention, and post-evaluation enforces accountability. The findings suggest that successful digital integration depends more on sophisticated human capital management than on the volume of IT procurement. Procuring hardware is strictly the baseline requirement. Those devices are useless without a strong institutional framework designed to support the adult learners operating them. Sustainable digital education requires an institutional commitment to the teachers themselves, building the structured environments necessary to utilize the professional interest the data shows is already there.